Howdy, folks. Back for another story time. This is probably the mid to late. It's probably the late '80s. Once again, I was doing a ride along with troopers on the night show. I love that, man. I couldn't get enough. I would work 8 hours and then go ride for 8 hours. I couldn't get enough because I learned so much. It was really helpful to perform my duties as a civilian dispatcher. But and I had a lot of good trooper friends. So I was kind of like uh, communications dispatch was always kind of like considered like almost like the enemy. Like you could send them on a accident report, 5 minutes before they're getting off, and a lot of times the troopers really didn't like dispatchers, but for the most part, I was mostly accepted, and I appreciated that. That was a good time. So. I'll never forget this. I'm pretty sure it was a Friday night or a Saturday night. I was riding with one trooper. I'm going to leave him nameless. Uh, he ended up getting terminated later just for being lazy with paperwork. But um, this is crazy. We had the largest intersection in the state of Delaware back then. I haven't been there for a while, but was a place called Hare's Corner. It was right by it was US 13 and Route 273 with Christiana Road, and right there at the Newcastle County Airport. So I was with this trooper, and we were I'm pretty sure we were at the communications center at the time, and right down the road, probably, I don't know, less than a mile, there was a restaurant right at on US 13, which was behind it was the Newcastle County Airport. So the restaurant was called Air Transport Command. So I'm trying to remember. I don't, we may not have been in communication. Whatever it was, we weren't too far away, and I don't think we were at communications on that one, but I think the second story is where we are at communications. But anyway, get a call. Guy calls in from a payphone. He was there was some kind of confrontation where people, like, for whatever reason, were trying to kidnap this guy, and he was on the phone with communications, and he becomes abducted at gunpoint. So I'll never forget the female dispatch, the guy, the trooper that was like, he was like right there, and he reports in to the dispatcher, I have a vehicle exiting the parking lot. She tells him, which really wasn't her position, but it was a good call on her part though, because this guy was only like 2 or 3 days a young rookie trooper on his own, and even though his father had was a big wig in the state police. She says, follow that vehicle. So he does. Big high-speed chase ensues. We were right down the road, not too far. I won't say as close as he was, but we were probably, I don't know, less than a mile away. So I've traveled fast in my lifetime. Over, some were stupid. Anytime you're going over 100 miles an hour, it's pretty much a stupid decision. But US 13, especially at Hare's Corner, I don't care what time of night you're going there. There's like a Denny's on one corner of the airport on one. I forget there's two, but a real big intersection. There's always people going through there. So the trooper I was with, we're doing 130 miles an hour trying to catch up to this rookie trooper that's in a chase with a possible kidnap suspect. Hostage situation type deal. So let me tell you something, brother. When you're not behind the wheel and you got to rely on somebody else, it's like when we're doing 130, it's not like I can just step out of the vehicle and say, no, I don't want to be part of this anymore. I kid you not, We go through that intersection. The lights were stone red. I kid you not, stone red at 130 miles an hour. I mean, it was like I'm trying to like clench the dash. I don't know why I even did that because at that point, it's not going to matter. Like nobody's living after 100. You know, it's not like you're in a NASCAR. It's got all kinds of special equipment. So there ends up being a chase and all this stuff. They catch people. So a few hours later, this is when we were in communications. I kind of got my story mixed up a little bit there. But they both happened the same night. It's so weird. We're there, and a county police officer puts out 1040. 1040 is officer in trouble, and it's I will say it's not this is kind of bashing the county police, but the state police were more. If you called for a 1040, you know your pants are on fire basically. County police they were a little more liberal with it. They kind of there's a different like there's 1040 means like your life's in danger like right now. 24A 1024A means like assistance needed, or like there's a way to you're almost at 1040 level. You say 24A 1018, which means like ASAP. So that's like you're at the next level to near death. So this county police officer calls in some 1040. It was some domestic situation. I don't know, remember what it was exactly. We're in the car again. Same trooper. I'm still the same ride along. It was like deja vu, brother. Let me tell you. We go through Hare's Corner at 130 miles an hour again. The light's stone red. Stone red. And I'm like, we got through that. We got through that intersection the second time. I was like, man, I that guy. I don't think he made some good decisions that night. Unfortunately, I couldn't do a whole lot about it when you're in the passenger seat and you're technically just an observer. But when you see your life pass before your eyes, at 130 miles an hour twice within like 2 hours, man, you're like, phew, it's crazy. Hey, I don't mind if I'm behind the wheel, but if somebody else is, take the wheel, that's crazy. But that's it. That's another true story. Story time. That's the next edition. Always know your legal limits, folks.